Hi friends, it's Deb. I am doing a palette bingo today. This is the monthly collab that Amie, Melissa, and Erica Ashley do, and they are wonderful and put out every month prior what palette they are going to use the following month and ask for people to join. And this month they chose the Hela palette. I had to do it. I'm having difficulties. I cannot get my poor little iPad to stay awake long enough to generate numbers. I'm literally at 1%, so we are going for it, okay? So let's go. I got the numbers 4, I don't know what just happened. 4, that looks like a 2, 15, 6, one more, come on, one more before you die, and 10. I'm going to write these down really quick because I know this is about to crash on me again, and then I will come back and explain how to do a palette bingo and all of that. I'm sorry. Okay, we got 4, 2, 15, 6, and 10. Okay, if it'll stay awake, we got 4, 2, 15, 6, and 10. I think that last one is the really, really, really aggressively dark one, so if it is, that's not a shade I use very often. Okay, holy moly, oli, oli. So a palette bingo is you choose a palette and then you use a random number generator, typically, to randomize 5 shades. And then you swatch them out and you do an eye look with only those 5 shades. I have not done one of these since, it was either last year or the year before. Maybe early last year. Ruth had a bunch of us do for our Zodiac Panner update a palette bingo with the shades that we were using, and wow, stressful. Let's open this up and shoot. Okay, I'll just show you what I got. So number 4 is Decay. It's this dirty, nasty, delicious, if I'm being honest. Oh no, I already have some. It's like a greenish brown, more on the brown side. Okay, that's Decay. That was number 4. Number 2 makes me so freaking happy. One of my favorite shades in the entire palette is this one right here called Fluorescence. Ooh, baby. Oh yeah, give it to me. That is delicious. Number 15, I was right. It's this really dark, weird shade down here in the bottom, and this is called Complete. Oh no, it's not. That's 16. It's the matte one next to it. Math, remember? Math. Okay. This is called Soot. Okay, that'll be good to deepen up. Ooh, yikes. Okay, I guess we're going dark today. That's all right. Let me clean up a little bit and we'll go in for the last 2. Oh, I'm scared to look. Okay. Number 6. Okay. It's another dirty, dirty, dirty green. 4, 5, 6. It's right here, and this is Moss. Another shade I actually really love in this palette. All right. Okay. And then I have number 10. 4, 8, 9, 10. A pink. You have to throw a pink in here? Okay, that's just rude. Oh, sorry. I'm going to flip you off for a second. And this is called Hela. That is my color story. So definitely not the worst, but these are not shades that I have ever used together. I can't decide how much I want to talk through this. Should I just speed through it, or should I chit chat? And I can't get feedback until it's too late. Maybe I'll do a little bit of both. I'm gonna do my MAC paint pot. My brain has been all over the place. By the time you see this, I will have already gone on my trip. Let's take moss and do our crease. And I don't set MAC paint pots ever. I just put them on, and then my shadows, I tap them in, and then I'll blend. So I think my plan is to do, obviously this is my way outer corner, this probably lower lash line, this on my lid, and I'm thinking I might be brave and do pink like right here in like inner corner, which is kind of a cop-out, I guess, with this color story, but I'm not sure. I also might do this one outer corner and save this one for the lower lash line because it matches a Marc Jacobs liner that I'm currently panning, and I like to use that on my lower lash line. Oh, and I have 3 other videos I'm filming today, so I'm really hoping that I can make this look decent, you know, so that I can film later. Just want to make sure this is really blended out. I want you to see it, but I don't want there to be really harsh lines. I have a favorite little brush for doing outer corner work. This is from, I'm almost positive, this is a Coastal Scents brush from one of their old brush kits. Oh, it says Coastal Scents on it. Okay. So this is probably 12 years old, but it's this little teeny tiny little brush, and I love it. Okay, so did I decide? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the DK. Let me make sure I'm using the right numbers. Where did I put my numbers? Right here. Yeah, DK on the outer part, and if it's not dark enough, then I'll add some of the soot. Yeah, we're gonna have to add some soot. Okay, that's all right. And I'm used to having a mirror way closer to me, so this is like, I don't know. I don't like feeling blind. I have plenty of light, I just don't, oh, I just had the weirdest feeling that I didn't start the camera. You know what I'm gonna do? Ooh, hi. I think I'm going to go ahead and do glitter primer and then get that fluorescent shade on, and then I'll deepen up after that's on. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Do my good ideas always work out? No, ma'am. I love these cheap little AOA brushes, like concealer brushes for glitter glue. And the good thing about this is if my look completely blows, I don't have to upload and humiliate myself. Although this is just for fun, so there's that too. I'm realizing that a lot of my favorite go-to brushes are very inexpensive. This little e.l.f. It says professional eyeshadow brush. I love this for shimmers. We're gonna go in with the sparkly green, the fluorescent shade, and I'm going to pick up quite a bit of that and just pack it right over that glitter primer. I want to get it as close to the inner corner as I can. And I need it to come up a little bit again so that we can see it. Oh, this color is just so freaking pretty. This is probably my favorite shade in the entire palette. Baby brush that we were using, again, I'll just color switch it, not that it matters because I'm going to a darker color. And we are going to go in with Soot. Did I say Complete last time? Maybe I did. I meant Soot, which is our number 15 in the palette. I'm just going to kind of press that out here. I wonder how much of my fan noise you can hear. It's making little rattle noises. This is just a cheap little fan I found off Amazon, and if it's tilted all the way down it rattles, but if you tilt it up a little bit then it seems to behave. So I don't know. I'm filming probably 7 hours earlier than I normally would, but we are going to be up to almost 100 today, and again, I can't have the air conditioner on in here when I film, so I knew I had to try to beat the heat, so I set my alarm today and we're hoping for the best. The good news is though is that by filming this, hopefully it'll look decent and I can just wear this look for the rest of my filming. I'm gonna take our this and just pat a little bit over this seam, just so it's not so harsh. Okay, I am going to do the rest of my makeup. I will film it, but I don't know how much of it I will cut out just to save time. And then we will come back and finish my inner corner and lower lash line. If I have a blurring or smoothing primer, I try to smash it right up here under my eyes to help fill in my wrinkles a little bit. Does it work? I don't know. So our town has a huge problem with motorcycles speeding and like doing like wheelies on the freeway, and just they just do the dumbest stuff. But our state excuse me, adopted ridiculous laws about car chases. And I know some of the law has changed a little bit, like now the cops can pursue if they suspect like you're under the influence or something, but for a couple of years, the cops could not pursue for hardly anything unless it was like a violent crime or an abduction, basically. And that really sucked because people got into the habit of, like, if they were being pulled over, they wouldn't stop. And they would call 911. The person being pulled over would call 911 and say, give their location and say, I want this cop to stop following me. And they would give the reason why they weren't pulling over. Like, I'm not pulling over because blah, blah, blah. And the cops would actually they would get notified from dispatch that they had to end their pursuit, like stop. Like, ridiculous. So you can imagine that people got into this mentality of, you can't pull me over for anything. So our motorcycle clubs here are notorious for splitting lanes, zigzagging. They just drive like freaking maniacs, and a motorcyclist dies probably every 4 days here. And then you go on the site where they post all of these accidents at, and people are like, oh, but it's the car's fault. He was such a good rider. And it's like, no, he probably wasn't. But it's like this battle here between like cars and motorcycles, and I hate that because like I love Harleys. I love Harleys with my entire soul. And I always think, you know, like you just got to be a little more aware when it comes to bikes. But these kids on these hot rods that are like flying around, not paying attention, like doing the dumbest shit, they're putting everyone else in danger. And like, it's so frustrating that somehow like we're supposed to care more about their safety than they are. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Anyway, it's just a frustrating thing here, and it's ongoing, and it's like we just feel like we never win. And like they come zipping by here all the time, and they almost, well, we had a kid die literally right in front of our place last June. He was trying to pass somebody in the middle lane. So this is all apartment condos on this whole stretch of road. There's probably, I don't know how many thousands of people live on this one block, probably 10,000, we'll say. And so there's always people turning in and out of parking lots. There's city buses that stop frequently along this road, school buses, crosswalks, you name it. And last year, some guy was zipping along and there was a car turning, and then where he was turning into, another car was going to pull out. And the motorcyclist that was behind the car got impatient when he saw that car slowing down. He decided he would go in the middle lane and just speed off and pass him. But he didn't know, because he wasn't in the right lane, that a car was pulling out. And so the truck pulled out, and the motorcycle like ate his side, basically. And the kid died on the road right out here in front of us. And it's just, it's so sad. And then like a week later, another kid was running from the cops and crashed at the end of our block, and he died. So on any given day, you can drive down a road to go anywhere, and you pass all of these crosses and like little roadside memorials people have set up for their loved ones. And I'm like, I just don't understand it. Like, just don't ride like a dick, right? You don't own the road. Like, I get it, it's fun, but like, if you want to ride like that, you have to go somewhere safe. And that's not here in the city. That's not, oh, it's so frustrating. And they come up on you so fast. Oh my gosh. Like, you can go to pull out of somewhere, and you can look, and then look, and then look again, and there's someone there that you did not see anywhere down the road. Like, when they're going 90 miles an hour, they're, oh, okay, anyway, rant over. But it just infuriates me when I hear them zipping up and down this road all the time. I'm like, oh my God, how many more have to die before they don't think it's fun anymore, you know? But I guess a lot of these younger kids feel like they're invincible, and like the kid that died out here, like listening to his dad like scream cry for his son that was laying in the road under a tarp. Like, Scott and I were watching right out of our bedroom window, and we're just like, oh, holy crap, like, what? Imagine. And so when these posts come up, I'm sorry I'm being so gloom, but when these posts come up online, instantly everyone's like, what color bike? What kind of bike? What color helmet? Like, they're trying to identify their friends. And I'm like, what a terrible, terrible life to live, you know? Constantly worried that the next bite down is someone you love because you know they ride like a turd. But of course they don't say that. They blame it all on cars and trucks. And like, I get that too. Like, cars do need to pay way more attention. And I read this really cool thing online one time, like, instead of teaching your kids to play slug bug when they're little, learn them to play like slug bug but with motorcycles, because it teaches them to look out for them. And I thought, wow, that's actually really smart, and I like that idea a lot, because we can spot a slug bug anywhere, you know what I mean? And it would be nice if we got into the habit of looking out more for motorcycles. So, okay, anyway, I'm done, I promise. Okay. I'm going to use, if you want to know what I was using, I used the Light Illusion. And I'm using my Ulta Under Eye Corrector. I just put some right here. I don't know if you'll be able to tell with all the lights, but I have like this deep dark, I don't know why I always look right here. I have this deep dark like crease right here that I try to conceal. And then I take my Shape Tape and I do a good dot on each side. And then I try to do the sides of my nose to hide how many times it's been broken. Do you want to hear those stories? The first time I broke my nose was in high school. We had to play football in PE. No, it wasn't tackle, but it was flag football, and I had the ball and I was running with my head down, which you should never freaking do. And of course we didn't have like protective gear on because it was flag football. We didn't need helmets. Anyway, I was running with my head down and someone else was running with their head down and their forehead connected with my nose, and so my nose started bleeding like crazy and I had a couple of black eyes, but it got me out of school for the day. And then the next time I broke it was, oh gosh, in the mid 2000s. I had a 140-pound Rottweiler, but he was the gentlest. Oh, he was just a sweet baby love. His name was Petey. And I used to lay on the floor and put my feet up on the couch to help with like swelling and leg pain and whatever. And sorry, my nose won't stop leaking. It's a side effect of this new med I'm on and I can't help it. But I used to lay on the floor with my feet up on the couch, and my husband at the time was playing catch with Petey, and he didn't mean to, but he threw Petey's toy too close to me, and so Petey jumped up and didn't make it all the way over me and landed on my nose. So yes, bloody nose, broken nose, number 2. And then I feel like I broke it again after I moved over here, but I can't place a specific, so we'll just say twice. So that's enough though. Like my poor nose, like she's got some lumpy bumpies, you know. She's been through some things. I'm gonna use the Shayna B cream blush, and these Real Techniques soft sculpting brushes are so good for cream products. Oh my gosh, love them. Love them. So I'm going to do a really light layer of this today because I have to use another cream blush just to get the use in before I film today. So cheaty pants, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, there's that one. And then I need to use this stick blush. This is from C Color. I put all of these into a product to use one time each. Holy baloney, that one's like straight up red. Okay. Oh no. Oh wow, it's just, okay, it's really bright pink. And then the Tarte Breezy Bronzer in Seychelles, love it. And this is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I love this one for doing cream contour. Well, contour, bronzer, whatever. I use them all interchangeably. Oh, I'm starting to sweat. Ew. Okay. I don't know if there's enough powder today to save me from how much I'm about to sweat, but oh my gosh. We have to at least try, right? This is the shade of that Marc Jacobs liner that I was talking about, and I think it goes nicely with soot. So we're gonna go ahead and get this under. I feel like for this look, I have to use electric slime just on this little inner part right here. We're gonna go back in with soot, the really dark shade, onto that liner that I put on. And our last shade, pink. Oh shoot. Okay, we're just gonna go for it. We're gonna do pink, inner corner. Oh, do I want to do that? Yes. Okay. Yep, we're doing it. I've never done a light pink inner corner, so at least it's a matte. I do prefer a matte inner corner. We're almost done. I've got lash glue on one lash. We'll get these on. I'll do my mascara, do a lippy, touch up my brows, and we'll wrap this up. I really don't know how long this is going to end up being, and I'm sorry. Shoot. I don't hate how it turned out. I hope I will be able to zoom in. But I did get all of the colors on there. This was my crease color, outer corner, and lower lash line, lid, and inner corner. And then lower lash line, I topped that on top of my Marc Jacobs liner. Not the best blending I've ever done, but I don't even know how many times I've worn this pair. These ones are looking a bit janky-do, but I love them. I mean, I have more. There's something about using lashes that have already been on that just seem to apply better. I think it's because they're already kind of shaped. They're already cut. Maybe all of the above. So my lashes curl to where they almost touch my lashes. And so if I do curl my lashes, I have to curl them the opposite direction. But I don't have a lash curler right now. I don't know why. And it's not a good problem to have. It's just like having super straight lashes. Like, they don't do what you want them to do when you put mascara on. They're so over curled that they don't look cute. So I still look like I don't have lashes. Bentley does not come in here with me anymore when I film. But when I was coming in here today, he ran in here right before I closed the door. And I opened the door and asked him if he was sure. And he dove under my desk. So here he is, under here. He was being so good, he just licked my leg. That's how I know he's awake now. He's like, hey, Mama, I'm here. Don't forget about me, please. I'm gonna miss him so much on my trip. Like, ugh. I was thinking about it last night and I almost cried. He's my Velcro dog. Like, he's always near me. And if I'm out of the house, it's like max, just for doctor's appointments or whatever. I'm never like away from him, so it makes me so sad. I'm trying, okay, I can't think about it right now. I'll cry and ruin my eye look, and oh, that'll be a whole mess. I forgot how much I loved this mascara, the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. This one got opened, was it? Yeah, Turn and Burn. This one's already drying out though, and it bums me out that some little samples seem to have like the most mascara in them, and then you get the ones you really like and they're like, no, I'm gonna last 2 weeks. I think I'm just going to do a little tiny bit of brow gel. My brows are already looking a little bit aggressive today. I tried using the ABH Brow Freeze again, but I put it on before I did other brow products, and it made everything just like a goopy freaking mess. So, I don't know. I think we're just going to leave that for now. I have my MAC lipstick in Thinks It's MAC. Yeah, let's do that. It's just kind of this nudie color. I'm not going to line or anything. Okay, I'm done. What do we think? Do we like the placement? Would you have done the same? Would you have done different? I'm really curious. When I watch other people and they struggle with placement, most of the time I don't know what I would do with our color stories, but I always like to try to think through in my head, like, what would I do if those were my colors? And so I'm curious, if this was your color story, minus my liner right here, would you do what I did, or would you incorporate the pink onto the lid somehow? Curious. Okay, anyway, I am going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you so much to Amie and Erica for asking us to join in this, and just for opening it up and just letting us come and have fun and hang out. And thank you so much if you watched this whole thing. And this is something I'm not comfortable with. I'm not comfortable doing my makeup while I'm filming. I never know what to talk about, and I always look in the wrong spot, and like, improvements still need to be made, but I always appreciate when you give me your time, and I hope you're having a really good day or night, and I love you. Oh, I don't, pumpkins? I pumpkin you? Okay, love you. Mean it. Okay, bye.